Hi everyone, I'm Caroline Taylor and welcome to the Ingles table. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make my crab fritter recipe. You can easily get everything you need at your local Ingles. So let's jump right in. So here's how we're going to start. I'm going to start with a little lemon juice. Now the first thing I'm going to do is just add some lemon zest. The juice is wonderful and this lemon is just, oh my gosh. Always get the zest off first before you cut it to get the lemon juice out, because you won't be able to get the juice out of it. It makes it too hard, so you don't really want to do that. So I'm going to cut this right now, and I use that more of my liquid. It thins out the dressing a bit, so we're going to hold off on that. So let's start with the important binder here, and that is mayonnaise. We've got a smaller container at my house. I've told you guys I live on a ranch. My people eat, oh, do they eat. So start with the mayo, and I like to spice it up a little bit. If you don't like spicy food, don't put it in there, it's fine. But I like to put a little bit of hot sauce or sriracha in there. I'm talking about 1/4 teaspoon, not very much, right? So there's that. And spicy brown mustard, if you have the plain yellow mustard, that's fine too. This is what I had on hand. I like about 1/2 teaspoon of spicy brown mustard. Again, depending on the amount of crab, we've got about 8 ounces of crab there, so that's just perfect. Now you have to have the egg, of course. That's gonna keep your crab cake together and kind of emulsify it all, and it's gonna fry up beautifully. So let's go ahead, and this is a fresh out of the hen house chicken egg. Oh, they're so much more yellow. I don't know if you can tell the difference. They're just wonderful, and you can get those at Ingles too. They come, they're organic, and some of them are just range fed. This one happens to be organic, but whatever you like. Now, I've already zested my lemon, right? And if you cut it to really, you don't even have to use one of those handy dandy things. If you squeeze it upside down like that, the seeds stay in it, and you got plenty of juice, right? So there we go. We might need more, but I'm gonna leave it for that. Let's mix it up really well. Now, this recipe you can make plain, but I'm gonna do a little bit of a twist on it. So you got nice and mixed up dill. I love dill. Some people like tarragon in their crab cakes. To be honest, not one of my favorite flavors, kind of a licoricey thing, not my fave. But certainly you can, if you're a tarragon person, use tarragon in lieu of the dill. I like the dill and lemon juice mixture, but whatever suits your fancy. I'm gonna put a little bit more because this is fresh, and I got this in the produce department at Ingles. And all I did was just chop it up this morning. I can't tell you how good it smells right now. So I've got the dill in there too. Now, kind of my twist in the summertime, I love to do something a little different based off the seasons. And so there was all kinds of this beautiful corn in the Ingles produce department. Look at that, it's just, well, it's beautiful, right? It's just yellow and luscious, and it's really sweet. And I'll tell you what I did. I had a bunch of it this morning. So I got it all out, and I just cut the corn off the cob, tossed it in a hot skillet with a little bit of olive oil and some chopped red bell pepper. And I made a quick little salad. I thought, I've got all this corn, so I'll use that as my base. So that's all this is just fresh corn that's been toasted in a pan, a little bit of red pepper and some onion, and olive oil and lemon juice. Toss it about 5 minutes, get a little bit of color on it, and then I've got it here for the bed for my crab cakes. I'm really excited about that. But this is just the plain corn, same thing, toasted lightly, and we're gonna add that to our crab cakes today. Kind of gives us summer twist. You don't have to do that, but it does add that sweetness, and in the summertime, how wonderful. Okay, so again, I'm mixing up all my ingredients. Oops, don't forget, gotta have a little salt and pepper. Be careful with the salt with this. You know, any type of seafood, especially a shellfish, is going to have a certain amount of saltiness to it, but you still need a little bit of salt in your dressing. And then, of course, you got to do your pepper, but nothing's like fresh ground pepper. Okay, boom, good deal. Salt, pepper, lemon juice, dill, mayonnaise, a little hot sauce, the corn, delicious, mixed up. Now, that's where you got to have your good clean hands, right? And just get your crab out, nothing to it, and just break it up really, really gently. At home, sometimes I just use my fingers. I won't do that for you guys today, but you can do that in your kitchen. So we're gonna just Mix this up well, but you see how I'm kind of folding it like you would egg whites. Okay, so you can kind of see the consistency here, but I'll tell you what really the secret is cover this in some saran wrap, put it in the refrigerator for an hour or two. Even overnight is great. It really lets the ingredients kind of come together and bind up, and it'll be just a little easier to handle. So we're gonna take a quick break, and what I'm gonna do is, I've got my pan going here. I'm gonna let it get nice and hot, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna fry up these crab cakes. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we're back, and through the magic of television, I basically took our crab cake mixture and left it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours, got it out, easy peasy. I took some Laura Lynn panko, crispy panko, breadcrumbs makes a better coating to me. I basically sectioned out into equal settings. I'm gonna do 3 big crab cakes today. You can make them smaller, obviously. I rolled them in the panko and kind of patting them out, and we've got them. So they're ready to go, right? And I've got a nice hot skillet. I'm just gonna put those right, woo, that's hot, isn't it? All right, and I've got olive oil in here and a little bit of butter. We're gonna leave that right there, so that's beautiful. Now, while those are frying, I want to go ahead and make the most simple little dressing you've ever seen in your life. So basically, I'm taking a really good quality mayonnaise. I didn't say that earlier, but it is so crucial to have a really good quality mayonnaise, and a little bit of sriracha. Hot sauce, you can use your own hot sauce, whatever you like is fine. If you don't have that on hand and you got some cayenne pepper in your pantry, so put a little squirt of that in there, about half a cup of mayonnaise, just depending on how many people you want to serve. And you're going to see a common theme here today. So I'm going to have a little bit of the lemon rind in there that we grated up earlier. Again, same thing, let's keep the consistency with our dill, not too much, because I've got dill in there. So here we go, and more of the lemon juice. So again, upside down, give it a good squeeze. That's gonna kind of thin it out, and that 1 lemon will really do you. So I'm gonna mix this up really well. See how pretty that is, that color, I love it. And really a little salt, believe it or not. You think mayonnaise? Yeah. This is your dressing. This is the piece de resistance, right? We're gilding the lily with the sauce. So let's mix this up really, really well. And I'll tell you, I'm gonna watch these crab cakes, and we're gonna take another, literally, just a minute break, about 2 minutes aside, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we've been cooking our crab cakes for about 2 minutes aside, maybe 3 minutes aside. Just watch them. Keep them on kind of a medium heat, because you definitely don't want to burn these. They're too beautiful. You can see that these are just perfect. Beautiful color, love all that. As I said before, we made our little corn salad with just roasted corn, some red pepper, a little bit of onion, and some parsley, lemon juice, a little bit of olive oil, and we're good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. Put all 3 of them here. I'll just put 2. And again, top it off with a little bit of lemon on the side, right? And basically, you've got it. You've got a beautiful summer corn salad with fresh crab cakes, and don't forget the spicy mayo. Okay, a little bit of lemon juice. Got plenty of the mayo. My folks love sauces, so I always make a little extra. You don't have to, but you'll be surprised how good it is. And that's it. We've got crab cakes with spicy mayonnaise, corn salad, and I hope you enjoy this at your next barbecue or quick supper. And thanks so much for joining me here at the Ingles table. Be sure and check out the rest of the website for more tips, tricks, and recipes. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.